Good morning! Good morning, everybody! Oh my God, come here. It's Yogi! Yogi got a haircut. Remember you saw him last time and he looked all fuzzy? No, say good morning. Come on, it's Sunday. Be nice to everybody. Say good morning. Yes, so Yogi got a haircut. So if you saw him Friday, you now see he looks different. Okay, you're really gonna go over there. You're really gonna go over there. Look at this dog. No, but Yogi. He's sitting on my Girls Gone Green pillow. Where are you going to go now? Why do you have to sit next to there? But there's, come here. What are you doing? Yogi? Good morning, Frank Simon! Oh. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Donna Vee, and it's Storytime with Donna Vee. We're live every morning from 10 to 11, Sunday through Friday. And that's Yogi. He's my dog. He's my Yorkie poo. And he is really into that corner. I'm not exactly sure why, but he loves that corner of the room. And today he's got his chin on Cheeky Monkey. Good morning, Larry. Good morning. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Frank, Larry, do you see Yogi right now? He's sitting on my Girls Gone Green pillow. Although today's letter is, in fact, on October 4th, Sunday. Beautiful sunny day out here in Nutley, New Jersey on the East Coast. And the Jets are not playing. They played Thursday night. Why do I bring that up? Because it is Sunday. It is what I think the third week of football season, my favorite season out of all the seasons. And it is the letter J we are celebrating. And today, nope. Yes, Larry, thank you. That is so nice of you. But this is my dog, Yogi. And he, for whatever reason, likes to lay over in that corner. And that's fine. I don't know about you, but I'm excited because it's beautiful outside and it's Sunday. And we are starting our Storytime week all over Sunday through Friday. Yep, Saturdays I'm working, so I'm not here. Now, we already know that the letter J is the letter of the day. We also come in here and we talk about what? Healthy habits that we start our day with, like being grateful for everything. I'm so grateful for all my experiences, and I'm so grateful for you guys being here today live, whether you're here on Facebook or Periscope or YouTube. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And if you just can't get enough, you can go to Storytime with Donna Vee on Facebook, and there's every single broadcast from March 21st, or you can go to YouTube, and there's about 98% of them because I learned technology as I went along. But right now, we're focused on the now. And right now, what are we going to do? Healthy habit number 2 that we like to talk about, stretching and exercising. Stretching and exercising is so important, and it's such a great part of your morning, and it gets you going. And oh yeah, that's true. I got up, I practiced gratitude. Then I even ate some breakfast today because I have the best kids ever. Then I came up here and I brush my teeth. Kids, brush your teeth. You guys see these? This is what's behind the mask. The smile. It's going to get you far in life. And my YouTube channel is Donna Vee Comedy. And it's on YouTube. And there is lots of information. There's comedy on there. There's story time on there. There's camp quarantine stuff on there. So check it out. Subscribe, share, like. It's awesome. You'll see so many different things, so many different hair colors. It's amazing. But you know what we're going to see right now? We're going to see us go through the alphabet. Yes, because repetition is how we learn. Good morning, Daria, my beautiful friend. It's almost your birthday. Today's October 4th, 9 days away. If anybody's celebrating a birthday and they want me to sing, you can put it in the comments. I mean, really. I'm not saying that my singing voice is going to get me any kind of a Grammy, but at least it'll make you smile. So let's start with our ABCs. There are 26 letters in the alphabet, okay? Now, 26 letters in the alphabet, and then the middle is 13 letters in. Want to know how you can remember that? Because the middle letter is M. 13. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with some seated jumping jacks and arm circles. Why? Because stretching is important, getting the blood flow, especially to the brain, because I have to read. But not everybody can get up and exercise. I know that sounds like, what? Yes, you can. Well, here's what I want to tell you. Some people need to just do seated exercises. Maybe they're older, disabled. Maybe it's just the fact that that's the only thing you want to do. And that's okay, because you know what? I understand. And if you can't move your body, exercise your brain, exercise your mind, always. So think about the alphabet and maybe think A, red, B, blue. I don't know, whatever works for you. But ready? Here we go, kids. Oh, Yogi, did I wake you up? Do you see this? He's got his chin right on Cheeky Monkey. But Cheeky Monkey likes the company. So here we go. Starting with arm circles. Go to the letter A, start all the way, and go to the letter M, I should say. And then that's the middle, and we're going to switch our exercise. You ready? Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, middle, N, O, P, Q, R, S. I like to say switch for S. T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Ow. You know, I'm a little sore. So I did like 10 push-ups yesterday. And I have to tell you, I feel it in here. And I'm like, yeah, it's good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Now, you know what we forgot to do on Friday? We forgot to go into, let's see if I can find it. Because, you know, the animals play with all the books here at night. I am completely convinced. Now, where is my Clifford book? Clifford. So Clifford has a book out about the alphabet. And we had it. And we were using it. And I'm probably sitting on it. But, wow, we have a lot of books. You know what we didn't do, though, is the letter I. So let's do the letter I and J today, okay? Let's learn some really good words. The letter I, if you notice, the uppercase and the lowercase, a little bit different. We talk about that all the time. Not every uppercase and lowercase are identical and just shrunken down. Sometimes they just look different. So that's the letter I. And let's find out what are some good words that we can think of about the letter I. Ooh, ice cream cone. Yummo. Igloo. That's an igloo. You know who lives in igloos? Eskimos. Let's see. Iguana. Now that iguana right there, I would suggest strongly moving because that's probably really cold for the iguana. And then we have ink. Ooh, ink. That's in a little inkwell, and that is a pen. It's called a fountain pen. Okay, you don't drink from it. It's a fountain pen, and you dip it into the ink, and the quill gets all the ink inside of it, and then you can write with it. Ooh, an iris. What a beautiful flower. An iris. And an iron. There she is, and she's holding an ice cream cone and ironing. Now that's talent right there. And that's Clifford. That's Clifford. That starts with C. Okay, now let's go to J. Now, interesting. Hello, Dawn. Good morning. And Lewis, good morning. Ireland does start with an I. And that was from Friday. I forgot to use my Clifford book. So J, we're going to just catch up now. See the uppercase and the lowercase? And it's funny because you notice the similarity? The letter I and the letter J. And then both of them, their lowercase have a little dot on the top. Okay. Here we go. J. Oh, jack-o'-lantern. We are in October. I'm so excited. It's my favorite Halloween. Then we have a jester. Ooh, see, I love jesters because I like to joke around a lot. Then we have jacks, which is a game that a lot of you little kids probably are not familiar with. But you know what? It was a fun game when we were little. I barely remember because I'm so young. Juggler. I have a friend named Mary, and she can juggle. She's pretty incredible. She's also a jogger. Interesting stuff. Here we go. Oh, and a jet plane. Or a jet for the Jets, like Jets. Okay, I know they're not even playing today. And yes, of course, Lewis, J is for jokes. But you know what else J is for? We're going to find out. Because my friend, Frank Simon, he's amazing at posting these alliterative sentences. And you know what? They actually are tongue twisters. But where did my sounds go? I want to get my sounds out. Yes, Girls Gone Green. Okie dokie. Where'd my sounds go? Here we go. Are you ready? I'm going to see if I could do the alliterative sentence for the letter J. Frank Simon. Good morning, Mom. My mom just came in. Nope, it's not the letter M. Nope. It's the letter J, Mom. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need a sip of water. Water is another healthy habit that we like to talk about because it keeps you hydrated. Didn't even mean that. See how it works? Hydrate and your life is filled with music. Okay, here we go. Jogging in Jamaica, Jingle Jessica jumped over Jungle Jack juggling jugs. Jogging in Jamaica, Jingle Jessica jumped over jungling. I have to go slower. I'm going to try to recite this 3 times fast as a tongue twister. Here we go. Jogging in Jamaica, Jingle Jessica jumped over Jungle Jack juggling jugs. Jogging in Jamaica, Jingle Jessica jumped over Jungle Jack juggling jugs. Jogging in Jamaica, Jingle Jessica jumped over Jungle Jack juggling jugs. Do you understand how happy I am that I did it? Thank you, Frank. Frank Simon, you are brilliant. And I love the fact that you come up with new alliterative, say that 3 times fast, alliterative sentences every day. So thank you for being such a huge part of Storytime with Donna Vee. Now, Frank Simon, you're not going to want to leave for the first book. You're not, because you're just not. So I'm just letting you know in case you were going to do anything else, my friend, because I know sometimes I'm afraid you might miss something good. All right, here we go. We are going. Do you hear Yogi snoring? Oh my gosh. If your ride gets there to pick you up and go to a record store, just go. The letter J, because that's fun. Okay. Let's see. This is like Jenga. This is like stuffed animal Jenga. Sorry, Yogi. I need to get. This is Alpha Bear. Alpha Bear helps me out to shout out all the kids in the morning that might have a name that start with the letter of the day. Today's letter of the day is J. So if you hear your name, this is what I would like you to do. We would like you to jump up and down as if you're being announced on the football field of your dreams. Maybe you're a Chiefs fan. That would be great. If perhaps you're a Patriots fan, sorry, you got to wait. They had to reschedule your game. But here's what I want to say. Letter J, all the way. Let's see if there's any kids' names with the letter J. Why don't you put it in the comments if you have a child that you want me to shout their name out, or you can tell me where you're from. I love to learn where everybody's from because it's kind of like, what is that? Not history. It's a geography lesson. That's what it is. And I get really excited to find out where everybody's from. Okay, so let's say good morning. Good morning, TJ and baby Lewis. Julian starts with J. Julian, Matthew, Nicholas, Quentin, Ella, Ari, and Luca. Good morning, Lucia and Mia and Brianna. Jax, Lennon, your name starts with a J. Mark McCartney, Nina Starr, Leah and Kristen from Johnstown, PA. Holland and Austin, Alex and Hannah Lorraine. What's up, kids? Are you with Aunt Mary? She's the best aunt ever. Seamus, Cooper, and Tori. What's up? Liam and Harper, Tiffany, Emerson, Ollie, Colin, Lily, and Hunter, Sophia Giovanni, Gracelyn, Kaylee, Joseph, and Roscoe. Kaylee, did I say that already? Maybe. Scarlett and Juliet starts with J. Regina, Jack, Allie, Andrew, Madison, Lena, and Sabino. We've got Sawyer Jane. Hello, Sawyer Jane. And Liam, Byron, Layla, Genevieve, Finn, Fletcher, Anzor, Kai, Zach, Patrick, and Nico. Melody and Kayla DiPietro. We've got Willow, Samantha, Frankie, Vansh, and Vishaka are from India. We've got Sufain from France, Penelope, Snow, and Nikki from Maine. Leo, Tomas, and Alec. Tony, Ace, Ara, and Amber from the Philippines. Bella, AJ, Angelo, Fifi, Little Joe, Viviana, Bethany, Joe Jr., Double J, Caitlin, Ryan, Lucas, and Isabella. That's Gwen's grandchildren. Emma, Liv, and Blake. Jake, and Maddie. Tabia, Max, and Luca from Germany. V and Izzy. Olivia Rose, my niece. Marin Rose, my goddaughter. Molly, James Storm, Allie, Emily, Jake out in Houston. What's up, Jake? And Kaylin, and of course, the two hearts that walk outside my body, Carly and Courtney, my kids. And then, of course, yeah, just kidding. My mom and Vinny are watching. What's up, Mom and Vinny? That's so nice that you guys are watching this morning. I'm going to go back with this little guy. Put him right underneath Cheeky Monkey. Okay. Now guess what time it is? It's time for Vitamin Time. Vitamin Time is another healthy habit. And we love to practice healthy habits because they're good for you. It's so good to take vitamins. I don't know what color I'm going to get. All I know is I take 2 because that's my recommended daily dosage. Thank you very much. VitaFusion. There are 1 of each choices I could have. Nope. I could get 1 of each or 2 the same. So there are 3 options. 1 of each, 2 pink, or 2 purple. Good morning, Frank. Another Frank. Frank's a Yankees fan. I could tell by his profile picture. That's a lot of different noises that just happened right there. Now, excuse me. The birds are so chirpy. We then get out our little yellow book called The Beginner's Guide to the Universe by author Mike Dooley. Uncommon ideas for living an unusually happy life. Today, I think I'm going to take my chances and pick a random number, unless, of course, somebody comes up with numbers. I don't know. But here we go. Now, Lewis, right out of the gate. Lewis from Periscope. He's like, page 61. All right, Lewis, maybe that's what we'll just have to do. Page 61. Now, let's check out what vitamins we have. We could either have 1 of each or 2 the same. I wonder what we're going to have today. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, it's 2 of the same, and they are very tart. My mouth is already watering, especially because I've already just brushed my teeth, and these are like, they're going to make me make silly faces. I'm just going to tell you. Oh, and another paid suggestion from Freddie Golitz. I don't know how to say these names. Periscope, you have very interesting names. I appreciate all of you watching, and I love the numbers. So maybe what we'll do today is we'll go to page 61 and page 80, or we could add them together and divide by 2. I don't know. We'll play a game of some sort, but here we go. What are we going to do with this? We do not want to chew with our mouth open. Oh, no. Or talk with our mouth full. So we practice good manners when we chew with our mouth closed. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, got a fuzz on it. Those are really. Do you hear that bird? Do you hear the bird? Okay, here we go. Let's see what's on page 61. Well, you know what? We're going to pray for everybody in a minute. We're going to send love and light, whoever you want to pray for. It's free. Praying is free. Sending love and light is free. And this is going to be amazing. So here we go. Page 61. Oh, Frank, what do we have? So 80 plus 61 equals 141. Divided by 2 is 70 and a half. All right. I like the way you think. I like the way you think a lot. Here's what we're going to do first. I have an idea. It's Sunday. It's a fun day. I don't have to go to work. So 61. Ooh. So 61 is a big old paragraph page. So what I'm going to read on the paragraph page is love you, mean it. Okay, let's see what's on 80. This is so interesting. I love that you guys are so into this. Okay. I don't think we've ever read 80. So we're going to do 80 and then go to 70 and a half. You're an ancient gladiator of love and joy who, when choosing this lifetime, knew what you were doing. Can you imagine? Then, considering your magnificence and zest for life, you might not want to live every adventure on easy street. That on occasion, if not as a rule, you might want to be challenged. That you might sometimes choose to be in harm's way to spare others the pain. That you might want to see what you're truly capable of achieving and enduring, how deeply you might love and be loved, all under a variety of circumstances. This is pretty interesting, Fred. The more from your past that you accept responsibility for, including absolutely, positively everything, is more in your future you'll have the power to change, including absolutely, positively everything. That was a pretty amazing page. You might want to take a screenshot. That was pretty amazing. So let's just check out 70 and a half. Okay. So 70. This is great. The only way to find your way is to first be lost. To make it big, start out small. To fall in love, first feel none. So any such feelings of being lost, feeling small, missing love, or the like should be seen as signs that you've made it a really big and daring wish, and that the manifestation process has already begun. Of all the joys on earth, few compare to the crowning glory of achieving against the odds, succeeding in the face of peril, or triumphing over adversity. Yet in every such case, without exception, the poor odds, peril, and adversity must come first. I'm telling you, it's got to be dark before the dawn. Right? Yeah. Talking a lot about something that bothers you is a pretty good sign you've got something profoundly liberating to learn. And you don't know how you've gotten yourself into any mess to know. Wait, you don't know. You don't have to know how you got yourself into any mess to know how to move from it. Those are really good. Yeah. You feel half that stuff. You know what? You're such a... And thank you, Frank, for the... Okay. And Lewis says he has the scars to prove it. Now listen, here's the thing. We can change whatever we want to change. You have to want to change it. That's what it is. So if you're feeling sad, you can feel happy. You just got to change your thoughts. I know it sounds so easy, and you're probably like, sounds easy coming from a girl dressed in a unicorn suit. But you know what? I don't know. I just think it's possible. I do. All right, you know what else I think is possible? We're going to send love and light to whoever you want. How about that today? It's Sunday. Let's make a wish for everyone. I wish Frank Simon finds the best records. I wish that everybody gets their wish. That's what I wish. Oh no. Yogi is sleeping on top of Cheeky Monkey and on top of Bartholomew. Today we may have to change something around. You know what? I have an idea. Today we are going to use this very large, very adorable unicorn. And this unicorn is going to be our representative of all of our social distancing buddies. Bartholomew, Cheeky, Music, Wish, Cecilia, Lammy. Who else do we have? Elephant, Piggy, all of them. You know why? Because it's just, I can't take it away from Yogi. I can't. Because sometimes other people that you know might need your social distancing buddy more than you do. You might have to give a little bit extra to somebody else or share your stuff, because sometimes you know people that feel like they have nothing and you don't want them to think they have nothing. No, because we share and we love and we care. That's what we do here. Anyway, so what we're going to do today is my friend Uni here. Yeah. What's this? Wait, let's see. You have a name, don't you? Aren't you like Fantasia? Let's just check it out. It is Fantasia. Born on May 8th, like my cousin. Was also, yeah, she's also an interpreter for the deaf, sign language interpreter. And we're going to have a special show with her on. We're going to learn about sign language. That's going to be coming up very soon. So today, representing all social distancing buddies across the land is my buddy, Fantasia. Thanks, Fantasia. We are going to send love and light to everyone that needs it, prayers. We're going to elevate the vibration of the nation, because I truly believe that we can control the happiness of ourselves and help the happiness of others. And you know how? By sending them positivity, love, and light. From where? From your head, your heart, and your heart chakra. Yeah. So want to do this together? Yeah. Okay. On the count of 3, hold somebody in your mind that you miss or you love or you can't wait to see. Then put them right here in your heart. And then from your heart chakra, you're going to send them so much love and light. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that was amazing. You guys are magical. I totally felt that all the way over here. And I want to say thank you. Yes, Lewis, love and light. It's so true. If we do this a little bit more every day, can you imagine what we could change? We can change the whole entire world. Okay, you're going to go back over here with my other buddies. And you're going to take a deep breath. We're going to ground our feet. And we're going to bring our hands up here. I am is what we're going to say next. And we never follow up I am with anything less than a positive statement. Here we go. I am happy. I am excited. I am love. I am peace. And you know what else I am? Excited to read some books. That's right. We've got 3 books today. It is story time with Donna Vee. 3 books are the minimum, and sometimes we do more. Today, we are doing 3 for sure. That rhymed. I've got 3 amazing books. I've got a cute book for October, because what did we talk about? We are going to try to incorporate Halloween or fall into all the story time days. Today, I just thought it'd be so cute to read. Oh, where'd it go? Uh-oh. It's back here. Uh-oh. Where did my book go? Did it fall? Uh-oh. Where did it go? Did I leave it over there? Oh, it's on my lap. It was in between my other books. I tell you, just look, Donna. You'll find it. So the first book for today is for the little kids, and it's also something that is just too adorable not to read. You ready? Frank Jr.'s First Pumpkin. So for all my Franks out there, if you have a Frank Jr., this might be perfect. And if not, I just thought it's funny that I finally have a book with the name Frank in the title because I have so many people that watch the show named Frank. And you guys are all amazing, frankly. That was funny. Okay, whatever. Hey, so now this is adorable. Look at little Frankenstein. He's baby Frankenstein. He's Frank Jr. Okay? How cute is this? Written by Slade Stone. Illustrated by Danny Brooks Dalby, Shannon Osborne Thompson. Okay? Pretty cool. Frank Jr.'s First Pumpkin. Dad, the Booville Pumpkin Carving Contest is in 3 days. May I carve a pumpkin this year, Dad? Frank Jr. burst through the door, full of excitement. He almost ran into his sister Francine. Okay, I never saw this book before, but can I tell you? That's my middle name. I'm Donna Francine. That's hilarious. You never see that name anywhere. And there it is, right there. Okay. Dad's in the library, Francine stated, straightening her hair. So you think you're old enough to enter a pumpkin contest this year? Huh, Frankie? I've been studying the winning entries for the past 3 years. As a matter of fact, I now feel able to handle the various carving tools that... Yeah, said Francine, waving her hand. And it's Frank Jr., not Frankie. Frank Jr. muttered as he went to the library. There sat Frank Sr., reading a book on the history of the English language. Dad, the big pumpkin carving contest is coming up, and I want to enter this year. Will you go with me to get a pumpkin? Frank Sr. put down his book and smiled at his son. Certainly, my lad. Let's be off at once, shall we? I have the greatest dad, thought Frank Jr. Through the yard, down the street, and across the field went father and son until they reached the largest pumpkin patch in Booville. It was owned by Old Man Screech, who looked scary, but who was really soft at heart. Every year, Mr. Screech let each Booville kid pick a pumpkin from his pumpkin patch. And this year, Frank Jr. would get his very own. He would choose it and carve it and win that contest. He just knew it. A carving contest. Interesting. Frank Jr. took off through the pumpkin patch. He came across a pumpkin that was rather interesting. It was squat and oval. Quite different, said Frank Jr. I don't know, a voice said. Frank Jr. turned, and there stood his dad. It's not a good pumpkin, son, his dad said. The circumference at the middle should be roughly equal to the circumference of the what? Said Frank Jr. It's simply a matter of geometry, son. What I mean is that a pumpkin should be more round if you want to carve the best face. I have the smartest dad, thought Frank Jr. Frank Jr. went off once more through the wonderful rows of pumpkins. He looked at small pumpkins, big pumpkins, oval pumpkins, lopsided pumpkins. Then he found a really interesting one. Ooh, it was perfectly round, but it had bumps and lumps all over it. Awesome, said Frank Jr. I don't know. It was his dad again. He was rubbing his chin. One should avoid a pumpkin with bulbous protrusions if. With what? Frank Jr. asked. One should try to find a smooth pumpkin. That is, if one wants to carve the best face, Frank Sr. said. Frank Jr. sighed. I have the pickiest dad, he thought. Good morning, Aunt Cecilia. Frank Jr. shuffled through another row of pumpkins. He knew his dad was right behind him. Every time he knelt down to look at a pumpkin, he heard his dad say, well, or, And Frank Jr. knew he had not found the right pumpkin. I have the nosiest dad, he thought, as he plodded slowly past each interestingly oval, bumpy, or speckled pumpkin. Finally, Frank Jr. came across a perfectly round, perfectly smooth pumpkin. He stopped to look it over. Well, said his dad. Here it comes, thought Frank Jr. One should look for uniformity in color when selecting a member of the gourd family for, oh gosh, the what family? Well, what I mean is that you should really select a pumpkin that's all orange. That is, if you want to carve the best face. Gosh. Frank Jr. took in a deep breath. Then he looked up at his big, tall dad and said, I respect your advice, Dad. I look up to you all the time, but I want to pick out my own pumpkin, and I want to carve it by myself. And, what are you saying, son? I'm saying, lay off, Dad, please. There was an awful silence. A terrible, awful silence as Frank Jr. felt his tummy flip-flop. But then a smile made its way across my dad's face. But of course, my lad, you're absolutely right. You know what? You let me know when you found your pumpkin. Excuse me. Yes, exclaimed Frank Jr. as he ran off through the pumpkin patch again. My own pumpkin. My first pumpkin. Excuse me. Carefully, he looked through the long rows of pumpkins, imagining the great face he would carve. He saw his friend Wilson carry off a big, round pumpkin. Thank you. Ow! I just hit my ankle. And there went Denton with a big, smooth pumpkin. Kate walked by with a small, bright, I had to sneeze again, orange pumpkin. But mine will be the best, thought Frank Jr. Thank you. That's so funny. Thank you. I love the good manners here. And then he saw it. The most wonderful pumpkin he had ever seen. He could not believe it was still left in the patch. Why, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was so interesting. It's perfect, said Frank Jr. He waved to his dad, and then he felt a lump come up to his throat. Oh, he won't like this pumpkin. I just know it, he thought glumly. Frank Sr. walked over with the wagon. He looked at the pumpkin, and then he looked at his son. "It's a fine pumpkin," he said. "Thanks, Dad," said Frank Jr. with a sigh of relief. And as the sun began to set, father and son walked home, pulling that fine first pumpkin behind them. "I have the greatest dad," thought Frank Jr. Look at that. He's doing the Frankenstein walk. For 2 whole days, Frank Jr. studied and planned and carved his first pumpkin. He would not let his mom or dad, and especially not his sister, watch him. "I'm going to do this on my own," he told them. Frank Jr. took his pumpkin to the contest. He gently sat it down with all the other pumpkins on the table. There were perfectly round pumpkins, perfectly smooth pumpkins, perfectly orange pumpkins. For a moment, Frank Jr. thought about taking his pumpkin back. "No," he said. "I like this pumpkin, and this pumpkin likes me. It may not be perfect to everyone, but it's perfect to me." All the kids gathered to look at the carved pumpkins. Moms and dads walked up to ooh and ah over the scary faces. The judges strolled around looking serious. They studied the pumpkins. They frowned. They smiled. They wrote on their notepads, and they put their heads together and whispered. Finally, one judge stepped out and announced, "Pumpkin carvers of Booville, you have once again outdone yourselves. However, there is one pumpkin that stands out from all the rest. It is creative, it is unusual, it is unexpected. In short, it's just fabulous. Congratulations to Frank Jr. He had won. He had really won. His oval, bumpy, greenish pumpkin won. Frank Jr.'s friends cheered. His mom gave him a hug. Even his sister smiled and said, "Congrats, Frankie." But it was his dad who was the proudest of all. "It's a perfect pumpkin, son. Excellent job. I wanted to carve the very best face," said Frank Jr. "And I did, Dad. I did." How cute is that? He carved it for his dad, and it's a green pumpkin. See that? Just perfect. Just remember, everybody's version of perfect is different. Everyone's version of what makes them happy is unique. And that is what makes everybody different and special. And I love that. I do. Next one we're going to talk about is, I just thought this was so cute. This book, I couldn't wait to read it. I didn't want to wait till the letter R. Ruby Finds a Worry by Tom Percival. Scholastic book. Ruby finds a worry. This is Ruby. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high. And she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry, but it was a worry. In fact, it was so small that at first, Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day, it got a little bigger. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, starting at her over the. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. Uh-oh. Look at her face. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal. But it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize it, but she was doing the worst thing you could ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. It's true. Now the worry was enormous. Oh, it could barely fit in the kitchen at dinner time. It filled up half the school bus. And it took up whole rows at the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Boy. Wow. Then, one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park, and he looked how she felt. Sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was. Ruby realized that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing you could ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. And finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around her for long. I love that story because I think everyone can relate to it. Let's see. 2 rules in life. First, never sweat the small stuff. Rule 2, everything is small stuff. Yeah. I think that when we all realize that talking about your worries and not holding on to them, it's kind of like a yawn. Everybody does it. Every time I say it or see it, it happens. But if I held it in, it's not really good. You gotta let it out. Let your worries out. Because you know what? It is really true. Just like Ruby found out, sharing them and talking about them, a lot of times you realize that a lot of us have the same worries and a lot of us have the same fears and about talking about them. But it's a lot better when you share them because sometimes you realize, hey, if you have the same fear and you got through it, so can I. All right, it's Sunday. It's sunny. I'm excited to be here. It's October 4th, and it's our 3rd book of Storytime with Donna Vee. This is called Listening with My Heart. Yeah, Sundays are like a feel-good day. Sometimes it's a Sunday Funday silly day. Sometimes it's a Sunday Funday sincere day. But all the time, I'm just happy that we're here. It's a here day. By Gabby Garcia. Illustrated by Ying Hu Tan. A story of kindness and self-compassion. Who couldn't use a little bit of that? Oh my goodness. Look how cute that little creature is. I think it's a kitten. Here we go. Esperanza's tummy fluttered as she practiced her lines on the porch. Today was the class play. Waiting for Mama to walk with her to school, she paced back and forth, when she spotted a heart-shaped rock. See the rock? Esperanza picked it up and showed it to Mama as soon as she stepped outside. I see you found a little treasure, said Mama. Esperanza rubbed its rough surface, and it felt a twinkle of joy. Maybe it's a sign. For what? Asked Mama. She thought about the class play later this afternoon, wondering what it would finally be like in the spotlight. To put my heart into everything I do, she answered. I love that answer. At that moment, they heard scratching and a soft cry. Esperanza peeked under the stairs and spotted a kitty shaking and shivering. No Mama in sight. She scooped the kitten onto her lap and cuddled her. She's all alone. I think she's hungry. Esperanza reached for her lunch bag, pinched off a piece of chicken, and offered it to the tiny kitty, who gobbled it up. Oh my goodness gracious, look how tiny and cute. Mama, I think the rock is a reminder to spread kindness and love. That's what we do when we listen to our hearts. I think you're onto something, said Mama. Can we keep Cleopatra? That's adorable, Cleopatra. Can we keep Cleopatra, please? Asked Esperanza, who'd already named the kitty. Queens are always welcome at our house, said Mama. If she's still here after school, we'll take her in. How cute. Yogi's my little pup. I don't have kittens. At school, Esperanza was more focused on the play than on math or reading. Clutching her script during recess, she noticed Bayo sitting alone on a bench. He was new in school this week and didn't speak much English. She wondered if he felt lonely or scared. Esperanza found a soccer ball and kicked it over to him. Uh-oh. I think she's losing her pages. A smile spread across Bayo's face. He stood, popped the ball in the air, then bounced it between his knee and his head a few times. Dude's got moves, thought Esperanza. Look at that. They spent recess giggling and making up hand signals. Afterwards, Esperanza borrowed Miss Owen's English Vietnamese dictionary. She wrote, friend. You all right, buddy? Afterwards, Esperanza borrowed Miss Owen's English Vietnamese dictionary. She wrote friend in Vietnamese, drew a picture of Bayo and her, and then put it on his desk. Esperanza rubbed the rock in her pocket. Listening with her heart made her feel peaceful inside. Look at that. Finally, it was time for the performance. It was too late for Bayo to be in the play, but he stood as Miss Owen's side. I'm sorry. Sometimes not reading these ahead can make for some really big mistakes, but I'm going to go back and do it again. I encourage all the kids watching to read out loud because it actually helps with your literacy. I know, because it helps me every day. Finally, it was time for the performance. It was too late for Bayo to be in the play, but he stood at Miss Owen's side as a stagehand. Excitement bubbled as Esperanza awaited her cue. Esperanza walked on stage, tripped as she was about to say her first line, and splattered across the stage. Ooh. Yikes. When she got up, she forgot her lines, so Miss Owens whispered them to her from backstage. Heat rushed through Esperanza's body as all eyes were glued to her. She wished she could disappear. Ooh. I know that feeling. I ruined the play, thought Esperanza, rushing off stage as soon as she finished her part. I messed up in front of everyone. She tucked herself in behind some props so no one would see her. And then Esperanza noticed her body shaking and her face still burning. She took a deep breath and dug the rock out of her pocket. It was cracked and lopsided, just how she felt. Esperanza touched her hand to the heart and felt the disappointment. That's so sad. Bayo found Esperanza a few minutes later and handed her a drawing with the word friend written above it. Esperanza nodded. She hadn't been treating herself like a friend. Esperanza realized this wasn't the first time she'd been unkind to herself. At the soccer game last weekend, she'd missed the ball that swished by her head and they lost the game. Nice work, a player from the other team yelled as the others laughed. And then Esperanza thought she'd let her team down and was the worst soccer player in the world. Thinking those thoughts had made her feel worse. Very interesting. Very interesting. At the curtain call, Esperanza reminded herself she hadn't ruined the play. She had an accident, and accidents happen to everyone. Listening with her heart wasn't just about giving kindness and love to others, it was about giving it to herself too. I can be a friend to myself, thought Esperanza. When Esperanza got home, she focused on her favorite things. She zipped down the hill on her bike, then spent the afternoon painting at the kitchen table. She also got the hug she needed from Mama and some cuddles from Cleopatra. Aw, that's so sweet. Listening with My Heart by Gabby Garcia. Good morning, Jewel. Hello, Jewel. So, guys, that's our 3 books, our time. Our letter of the day is J, Jewel J, double J's right there. Check it out. And you know what else? She made a friend, Lewis, just like we do here. I have so many friends that I've made here. I love it so much. It's exciting. It's nice. It's kind. It's sweet. And you know what I love about that book? That it talked about how we should be kind to ourselves. Like I always talk about when we breathe in our I am statement. My Uncle Charlie's there too. My Aunt Cecilia, my Uncle Charlie, Lewis, Jewel, Frank Simon, Frank Wessner. There's so many friends here from Periscope and from Facebook, and I love it so much, and I appreciate it. I love that we're here together today and every day. So, what are we going to do now? That's right. Put your right hand on your left shoulder and your left hand on your right. Give yourselves a squeeze for me. Hug yourselves so tight. Know that I love you, and if I could hug you, I would. I can't wait until we can hug again because I will tell you I miss it so much. Yes, Lewis, it's hug time. And now we're going to breathe our way out because just like Esperanza noticed and learned that we have to love ourselves beyond everything else. We had some amazing yellow book pages. We had amazing time this morning with Yogi over there the whole time. Sleeping. He's hiding behind Cheeky Monkey now. There you are, buddy. Look at my boy, how cute he is. I love you so much. I love you, buddy. Okay, so now we're going to go out with breathing in the I am statements. Okay? Never anything negative, always something positive. And then I hope everyone has an amazing day, a beautiful Sunday. Do something fun. Get outside. Tell someone you love them. And then I'll see you tomorrow for Monday and the letter K. Are you ready? That's right. Love and light storytime family. Here we go. I am excited. I couldn't even do that. Just normal breathing right there. I am filled with joy. I am grateful. I am love. One more. I am peace. Thank you so much to everyone that's watching, everyone that comes back every day, Sunday through Friday. If it's your first time here, welcome. If it's your millionth time here, welcome back. I am so appreciative of you here. Have a wonderful, beautiful Sunday. If you like football, I hope your team wins, except for the fact that you are a Patriots fan. Your team can't play. I'm so sorry. And for everyone that's going through something, just know I'm here. I love you. More positivity to be found on Donna Vee Comedy over there on YouTube or Storytime with Donna Vee on Facebook. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Love you. Bye.